Hello, welcome back to Pokémon Ultra Sun. It's me, with my very thin shins, as you can see. I am playing this on Citra. Lo and behold, it exists. I'm on the computer. I'm playing it with a PS4 controller, as it was intended to be played, I think. It also means you can add mods to get rid of the lines. Well, I need to moan about this, right, because you can, like I said, you can remove the black lines from around things. You may have noticed the black lines are not removed. That is because you need to amend the save, you need to amend the game file, you amend some of the hex values, and that removes it, but it doesn't work. And after lots of searching, I finally found two possible solutions, right? Everyone just says, oh, just do this, it's easy. But then, of course, patches came out, updates to the game, and I discovered that you also need to make the same change to the updates. And so a guy said this in response to a question online, and the person said, OMG, they said, here's where you find the file, you'd make the same change there, and the person replied, OMG, that works, thank you so much. So I thought, brilliant. I went and found the file, opened it up, went to make the change, and the bit I needed to change just isn't in the file. So I don't know what the fuck this other person was looking at. I found this second thing which said that apparently some of the files are different for different regions, so possibly that guy was looking in NA and I'm in the PAL region in Europe. And this was someone who, again, had the problem where they made the change and it didn't work. I don't know if they were talking about the patch or not, but they were definitely talking about something. And then they said, edit. Oh, I've discovered it's different in different regions, so I just had to make the change for my region and it worked. And that was it. No further fucking info. So helpful. So basically the black lines are still there. There's mods and stuff, you can run mods on a like a hacked 3DS, but I did want to. They don't seem to work. Well, they didn't work on Citra, so I didn't try them on the 3DS because the whole point of this was I wanted to play it on the computer, so I wasn't in an uncomfortable position. What you can do is you can turn the what's it called? You can turn the graphics settings up, and actually the game lags a lot when it's just been played normally. If you actually turn it up to 3 times the graphics settings, it doesn't lag, which is really bizarre. I think there might just be a bit of audio tearing every now and then, was the most that I found in my very, very limited testing, which basically just involved this small room. And I think that's everything. Oh, yeah, the other thing was I wanted to have that thing that automatically updated the team. I have installed that and it works and it's lovely, but I don't like the themes that they have for it. It doesn't look very good, in my opinion. It doesn't look like this, basically. I just want the team laid out with what type they are. And the reason I want that specifically is because if I do a randomizer, I want that to be easily visible. And all the different themes that this program has to display the team, none of them seem to have all the info you want. Or if they do have the type info on it, the graphics just look bad in general. Or if they have the type info on it, they also have every other bit of info about the Pokemon, which is just going to take up too much room. So that's where we are, basically. Nowhere. Potentially, if I did go back to the Soul Silver randomizer, I could possibly just have like one half, like the left half being the game and then the right half being the Pokemon stats, maybe? Way around it. But the way that it is now just wouldn't work, I'm afraid. So we're back to the original. I was just using the right analog stick to move the camera. That's going to take getting used to. Where is B? This is B. See, because I'm using a PS4 controller, I put A as X, B is circle, X is square, triangle is Y. You can work your head around that. But it is a bit confusing because A and B are in different places than they would be playing this on a 3DS. They're different, yeah, they're different even to Switch. I might, do you know what, I might actually just change it so it matches the 3DS. But yeah, so basically what I forgot to mention was turning the graphics settings up on Citra. Actually, the way that they've built Citra, it automatically smooths the black outlines, and I've read something that if the hacks to get rid of the black outlines actually fucking worked anymore. I'll not move it, or... Oh, strange. Oh, that's helpful. It's really helpful that it zooms out far enough that you can actually see, you know, what you need to do. I'm going to change these controls around again, man, because it's confusing me too much, and this is what I thought might happen. It's confusing me too much using a DS4 and having the buttons laid out in Nintendo style. Even though they should be laid out Nintendo style, because I'm playing on a Nintendo style, as I believe it's known. Oops, see, I'm pressing B now, and it's the wrong B. I'll get used to it. Maybe. Pressing the wrong button now after changing it. Fuck's sake. Right, who's the fastest bugger here? It's gonna be Hawlucha. Dead Hawlucha. See, holding B feels wrong when B's up where B is on B. Do you be what I mean? I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. There we go. Oh, I hit A thinking it was... I'm gonna have to swap it back. Oh, it's getting too confusing again. Yeah! Take that, rocks. Oh, a guy. Or is it a dude? We'll never know. Who have you met and what did you choose? What did you win and what did you lose? Did you go vegan? Perhaps did you not? Did you have cholesterol and get a blood clot? we ran out of steam at the end there, didn't we? Oh, flamethrower. I think I'll just get another cup of tea. I need to use up this milk before it completely goes off. My fridge is packed in, basically. The freezer still seems to work, but just the fridge part doesn't. So I've actually just bought a new one, but it's not due for... It's Sunday today, it's not due till Thursday. But yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Because the freezer still works, I've ordered in, like some cool bags. I can like freeze up a load of those ice blocks and then chuck the fridge stuff in the cool bag in the fridge with the ice blocks. Hopefully that'll help, because I've already had to like chuck away one cup of tea this morning. That was like the end of that bit of milk though. This one I've just opened, so I'm hoping that it'll keep for a bit. But it's like fucking 10 to 15 degrees in that fridge. I got the thermometer in there, it's ridiculous. I dread to think what's happening to the cheese. Cheese should last better than milk though, I think. So yeah, I spent the last last night and this morning kind of troubleshooting the fridge trying to figure out what's wrong. I think the compressor's at it, because the freezer, I kind of lied, I said it stays cold, it stays cold and then it doesn't. It's a bit weird. I think it's just packed in, the compressor's gone. It's the fridge I looked up, I found out when it was bought, it's 17 years old, the fridge. And I looked up average prices for a compressor, like the cool-out charge for the repair is meant to be 150 quid as it is. So that's like half the price of a new fridge anyway. And then on top of that, if they got to replace something, it's going to be another 150 quid at least, isn't it? So I just bought a 300 quid fridge. That seems more sensible to me, and then it's newer, it's going to last longer, isn't it? I had this with the old washing machine. I kept on repairing it, but because it was so old, it just needed repairing all the time. And in the end, I was like, for fuck's sake, to hell with this, I'm buying a new one. Although, to be fair, the only thing that made that happen was that when I switched it on, it would trip the fuse box like 2 or 3 times every wash. That was what made me think, yeah, maybe it's time to get a new one. It's actually actively become dangerous now. Sandstorm should knock him out, even if else does. Ooh, maybe not. Count the bars. What percentage of his health is that? Oh, I missed Scold so much. That was a great move. Bring back Scald, I say. There we are, I had my revenge from beyond the grave. Ahead lies a sacred ground of trials. Roll your R's, everyone. None who do not take part in its trials will be allowed to walk upon this earth. What? None who take part will be allowed. Means that if you take part, you won't be allowed. If you take part, you will be allowed. But if you don't take part, oh, fuck me. Oh, there's gonna be a tyrant Pokemon at the end, and they have utterly ruined me in this game, so I have to save beforehand. We'll just acrobac it. We'll just acrobac it. We'll just acrobac it. Acrobac. Always having that rock, surely. Unbelievable. This is one of my favourite bits of music in all gens, by the way. Just if I'm just keeping score. It is part fighting. Oh, holy smokes, if I can get that done. Get it killed. They normally have some sort of synergy together. Oh fuck, what's going on here? I'm so scared. I'm just gonna use it. Who was faster? Was I faster? I can't remember. Fuck. Why didn't I pay attention? Okay, yeah, I expected a bullet punch. It's going to do a lot of damage though, actually, isn't it? Oh, he was faster. Fuck. I should have paid attention. Alright, no worries. It gives me a free switch, at least. Otherwise, I'd be switched into a bullet punch and a thunder punch, which I do not fancy. It's got drain punch as well. Shit, that's double super effective. Fucking hell. Okay. Good start. I forgot to save as well. Tempted to go for a swagger, you know, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, fuck it. I love shits, and I also love giggles. Could go either way, that. But we'll find out. Oh yeah, X scissor. Fuck. Double super effective. Okay, this is not going well. I'm gonna have to reload that save. I don't know. Alright, let's go pure power then. I don't know that even if I revived Horlucha, I don't know if he'd survive that bullet punch and thunder punch. Thunderbolt's not very effective actually, is it, against him? I just realised. I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. I got a Sandstorm up at least, that's something. And he's confused. Right, who should I revive? I gotta revive someone. I feel like Horlucha's my best bet. Astoundingly. Does Komodo still do a confusion check? It does. Go on, hit yourself. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's the point in this swagger, for fuck's sake? Hit yourself! See, I told you it could have gone either way. Unfortunately for me, it went entirely the wrong way. We're gonna have to eat the bullet punch. It's this one. Come on, 50-50. Get in there. A decent amount of damage. Now this actually did almost half damage last time, so get in. Oh, thank fuck for that. Good old hacks. My advice to any budding competitive Pokemon players out there is always rely on RNG. It never lets you down. Oh fuck, I've still got to fight the Scizor. Oh, come on. That's not fair. Sake. Oh shit. Okay, luckily I think that's the best he can do against me. I do have the Larvesta in the back, worst comes to worst. Which, is, although not very good, does double super effect him, which, if I can get one hit in, I'd be alright. Although, it looks like I'll be alright anyway now. Unless we get a crit. Luckily we didn't. Alright, cool. Good lord. That was airy, wasn't it? Bong, bong. Probably would have been less hairy if I hadn't raised his attack 2 stages, but there we are. It worked for us in the end because he hit himself at the crucial moment. I've got to catch the thing. See, I don't actually know what happens. I genuinely don't know what happens because I've never played the Ultra games before. I played Sun. Sorry, I played Moon. I can barely remember it. I know Necrozma shows up at some point, but I'm actually a little bit excited to see what happens. However, that'll have to wait till next time because that's the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you then, next time, whenever that is.